Is Taylor Swift more popular than former U.S. President Donald Trump? Or can she help Joe Biden win the 2024 U.S. elections? These are the questions doing the rounds as the U.S. presidential elections are near. Interestingly, Taylor Swift didn't endorse Joe Biden's 2024 campaign, yet Trump took it personally, privately asserting that he's more popular than her. Well, Taylor had to slam Trump after this shocking statement. Let's delve into the details. Taking to social media, Swift urged her staggering 282 million followers to exercise their right to vote, specifically mentioning Tennessee, where she herself has cast her ballot in the past. Swift's message resonated with fans across the United States. While she refrained from endorsing any specific candidate, her impact on voter turnout cannot be understated. With a career marked by unparalleled success, Swift's influence transcends the music industry. Her 14-time Grammy-winning reputation precedes her, with her Era tours grossing over $1 billion in ticket sales globally. Despite her monumental success, Swift remains grounded in her advocacy for civic engagement. On Super Tuesday, Swift took to Instagram to guide her followers through the voting process, providing a link to the nonpartisan organization, vote.org. By empowering her massive fan base to participate in the democratic process, Swift demonstrated her commitment to political awareness and engagement. Taylor Swift's recent call to action has the potential to significantly impact voter turnout on Super Tuesday. Taking a break from her usual pursuits, Swift used her platform to implore her massive Instagram following, totaling 282 million users, to participate in the 2024 primary elections. As March 5th marked the presidential primary in Tennessee and 16 other states and territories, Swift seized the opportunity to remind her fans of the importance of civic engagement. In her Instagram story, Swift urged her followers to vote for the candidates who best represent their interests and values, encouraging her fans to make a plan and locate their polling places using resources such as vote.org. Swift emphasized the power of individual voices in shaping the future of the nation. However, Swift's advocacy for voter participation has sparked mixed reactions among her global fan base, known as Swifties. While some applaud her bold stance on civic duty, others express surprise at her neutrality in such a politically charged climate. Nevertheless, Swift's actions have positioned her as a symbol that directly challenges the beliefs and values of figures like Donald Trump. Indeed, Trump's criticism of Swift on Truth Social, a platform he established after being banned from conventional social media, underscores the tension between the two. Swift's refusal to align herself with any political faction has only intensified Trump's disdain for her, further fueling their public feud. Throughout her career, Taylor Swift has navigated the delicate balance of fame and politics with caution. In 2018, she stepped into the political arena by making a fervent appeal to her followers to support Democratic candidates in a Tennessee election, particularly opposing Republican Marsha Blackburn. This marked her most direct involvement in politics up to that point. In addition to her advocacy efforts, Swift has also contributed to legislative changes aimed at benefiting musicians in the digital age. The 2018 legislation she supported sought to update royalties and licensing guidelines, bringing about comprehensive changes to copyright law. This significant achievement, however, required years of drafting and ultimately received unanimous approval from both the Senate and the House. Despite her political activism, Swift has faced criticism from figures like Donald Trump, who asserted that Joe Biden did not offer any support to her and never will. In response, one of the attorneys involved in the legislation countered Trump's claims, stating that he merely signed the legislation without substantial involvement in its development or implementation. Trump's recent overtures to Swift come amidst speculation in conservative circles regarding her potential endorsement of Biden in his re-election bid, similar to her support in 2020. Some even theorize that events like the Super Bowl may be manipulated to provide Swift with a larger platform for political influence, although her impact is already evident. Last year, a single Instagram post from Swift led to over 35,000 voter registrations, underscoring her considerable sway over public opinion. Trump didn't shy away from acknowledging the Kansas City Chiefs in his post, even extending compliments to tight end Travis Kelce, who had faced criticism from conservatives for his endorsements of Pfizer vaccines and Bud Light. In a 2020 statement, Trump expressed his admiration for Kelce, despite acknowledging their political differences, stating, "I like her boyfriend Travis, even though he may be a liberal and probably can't stand me." In contrast, Swift took a more overtly political stance, endorsing President Joe Biden and vocally opposing then-President Donald Trump during his tenure in office. Her advocacy extended beyond endorsements, as she consistently urged her fans to engage in the political process by registering to vote. Last September, a single post on her Instagram account led to a notable surge in registrations on vote.org, with the website experiencing an influx of users averaging 13,000 every 30 minutes. As GOP primaries or caucuses unfold in 15 states today, including Alabama, Alaska, California, and Maine, among others, Swift's influence remains palpable. Having relocated to Tennessee at a young age, Swift maintains a connection to the state and its electoral process. However, it remains uncertain whether Swift will utilize her platform this year beyond encouraging her fans to vote, although there is a growing desire among her supporters for her to do so. Throughout her career, Swift has consistently championed civic engagement, directing her followers to vote.org, a nonprofit organization dedicated to increasing election turnout and engaging underrepresented voters. In November, she directed her followers to the site ahead of Election Day in various states, including Colorado, Kentucky, New Jersey, and Virginia, humorously remarking, "Voters going to vote." Trump's tirade against Swift didn't end with his previous remarks. He further escalated by asserting, "There's no way she could endorse crooked Joe Biden, the worst and most corrupt president in the history of our country, and be disloyal to the man who made her so much money." Clearly, Trump's criticism struck a nerve with Swift, prompting her to address the matter head-on. Swift's response came during an interview with journalist Savannah Guthrie on NBC News' morning show. In the interview, she didn't hold back her anger and frustration over the unwarranted criticism of her music career. Her reaction likely caught the former president off guard. Expressing her disapproval of Trump's comments, Swift called out his use of foul language and personal insults, emphasizing that she has no respect for individuals who resort to such negative remarks. During her conversation with Guthrie, Swift delved deeper into the broader implications of Trump's behavior, emphasizing the importance of speaking out against misogyny and bullying. Her candid remarks underscore her commitment to addressing social injustices and advocating for decency and respect in public discourse. Indeed, Swift's response to Trump's criticism went beyond mere self-defense. She used the opportunity to shine a spotlight on a larger societal issue rather than engaging in a personal feud. By doing so, Swift conveyed a powerful message urging everyone to stand against bullying and discrimination wherever it occurs. Furthermore, she didn't shy away from holding influential figures like Trump accountable for their actions and words. In a preemptive move before Super Bowl LVI, Donald Trump took to social media with a pointed message directed at Taylor Swift, refrain from endorsing Joe Biden. With the anticipation of Swift's likely appearance during the game, where her boyfriend Travis Kelce, a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, would be playing, Trump seized the opportunity to make his plea. Trump, in his post, asserted a claim of responsibility for Swift's financial prosperity, suggesting that endorsing Biden would be a betrayal to the individual he credited with her success. He specifically referenced the Music Modernization Act, a piece of legislation he signed in 2018 aimed at modernizing copyright laws, as a testament to his support for artists like Swift. Highlighting his disdain for Biden, Trump painted the former president as Crooked Joe Biden, labeling him as the worst and most corrupt president in the history of our country. Despite this, Trump expressed a fondness for Swift's boyfriend, Travis, even though acknowledging their likely political differences. The speculation surrounding Swift's potential endorsement has been fueled by reports suggesting Biden's campaign interest in courting her support. However, Swift, who publicly endorsed Biden over Trump in 2020, has remained on whether she will choose to weigh in on the upcoming elections. Despite singer-songwriter Taylor Swift's absence from officially endorsing President Joe Biden for re-election, there's a flurry of activity among the upper echelons of MAGA land, with some strategists and allies of former President Donald Trump reportedly gearing up for what they term a holy war against the pop megastar. Their concerns are fueled by the anticipation that Swift may publicly throw her support behind the Democrats in the upcoming 2024 election. Insiders familiar with the situation reveal that Trump loyalists involved in his campaign, long-standing allies in right-wing media circles, and various outside advisors to the former president have long speculated that Swift will eventually endorse Biden, much like she did in 2020. Discussions surrounding Swift's potential political stance have reportedly reached Trump himself in recent months, indicating a growing preoccupation within certain quarters of the Republican camp. While Swift has yet to make a formal endorsement in the 2024 race, the New York Times reported that she features prominently on the wish lists of potential surrogates for Biden's campaign. Speculation surrounding Swift's involvement in Biden's re-election bid has been further stoked by the prospect of her appearance at Super Bowl LV alongside her boyfriend, Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. This has triggered a frenzy among MAGA-aligned culture warriors who have spun conspiracy theories alleging that the NFL season has been orchestrated to bolster Biden's chances. Behind the scenes, Trump's response to the possibility of Swift aligning with Biden against him has been characterized by a mix of bravado and dismissiveness. Sources close to the former president reveal that he has shrugged off concerns about celebrity endorsements, confidently asserting that no amount of A-list backing will sway the outcome of the election in Biden's favor. Privately, Trump has also boasted that he is more popular than Swift and boasts a larger base of committed supporters than she does, according to insiders familiar with his thinking. Adding to the narrative, a source close to Trump revealed that the former president expressed bewilderment to some confidants last month over being snubbed for Time magazine's 2023 Person of the Year, a title bestowed upon Swift instead in December. This perceived oversight has only fueled Trump's determination to assert his popularity and influence, particularly in comparison to Swift. In response to speculation about a potential Swift endorsement for Biden, Trump campaign senior advisor Jason Miller downplayed its significance, attributing Biden's hopes for salvation to Swift to be misguided. Miller instead redirected attention to issues such as skyrocketing inflation rates, implying that voters are more concerned about economic woes than celebrity endorsements. Trump's disdain for Swift's political involvement has been evident since the 2018 midterms, when she endorsed two Tennessee Democrats, leading Trump to quip that he liked her music about 25% less afterward. Swift reciprocated the animosity during the 2020 election, accusing Trump of attempting to undermine democracy by obstructing mail-in voting amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Behind the scenes, Trump's allies, including GOP operatives, members of his 2024 staff, and sympathetic media personalities, have been strategizing on how to capitalize on Swift's potential re-endorsement of Biden. Discussions have centered around leveraging Swift's celebrity status as a rallying point for conservative culture warriors, and portraying her as emblematic of the Democrat elite's influence. Publicly, Trump's inner circle has wasted no time in signaling their disdain for Swift, particularly as her boyfriend prepares to play in the Super Bowl. Trump's lawyer, Alina Habba, and Fox News host Jeanine Pirro have both taken jabs at Swift, with Habba questioning the need for more figures like herself compared to Swift, and Pirro advising Swift to steer clear of politics, suggesting that Biden's reliance on her support reflects desperation. In the aftermath of the Chiefs' recent playoff victory, former GOP presidential hopeful Vivek Ramaswamy took to Twitter to speculate that unseen forces might manipulate the Super Bowl to boost the visibility of Swift and her boyfriend, whom he described as an artificially culturally propped-up couple. This conspiracy theory underscores the simmering resentment among MAGA pundits towards Swift and her partner, particularly due to Kelsey's role as a spokesperson for the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. Throughout recent months, MAGA commentators have expressed frustration about Swift's potential political influence, with Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk suggesting that she could mobilize her fan base to support liberal causes in the presidential election. Similarly, Fox News host Jesse Waters raised the specter of Swift being a Pentagon psyop, or a front for a covert political agenda, further fueling suspicions about her intentions. Despite these concerns, some voices within Trump's camp view celebrity endorsements, including Swift's, as mere virtue, signaling that does little to sway voters. John McLaughlin, a prominent pollster for Trump, dismissed the significance of celebrity support for Biden, arguing that it does not address key issues such as inflation, border security, or crime rates. According to McLaughlin, Biden's job approval ratings remain low, indicating that Trump maintains an edge in the ongoing political landscape. The notion that Taylor Swift is part of a covert government operation to bolster Joe Biden's re-election bid may sound like a bizarre conspiracy theory, but some supporters of former President Donald Trump have entertained this idea, attempting to cast stigma upon the pop star. However, polling data suggests that such efforts are out of touch with public sentiment, as Swift remains one of the most popular figures in America. A recent Monmouth University poll shed light on Swift's widespread popularity, revealing that she boasts a 39% favorable rating, with only 13% holding an unfavorable opinion of her. Furthermore, among those who hold an opinion of Swift, a staggering 75% view her positively. Even among Republicans, Swift garners considerable favor, with a 25% favorable to 18% unfavorable rating, indicating that more Republicans like her than dislike her. This trend aligns with findings from a Marist College poll conducted in December, which also showed favorable figures for Swift, particularly when excluding respondents with no opinion. In contrast, Donald Trump faces greater public disfavor, with recent polling aggregates indicating a 45% favorable to 55% unfavorable rating among those with an opinion. This places Trump's favorability significantly lower than Swift's by a margin of 25 to 30 points in some cases. The stark contrast in popularity between Swift and Trump suggests that the former president may be wary of entertaining his base's concerns regarding Swift. Indeed, it's challenging to find anyone currently more popular than Swift, with her favorable to unfavorable ratio surpassing that of any current politician on a national scale. In many ways, Swift can be likened to a modern-day Oprah Winfrey, a comparison drawn by CNN host Michael Smerconish. Similar to Winfrey, Swift consistently attracts attention and makes headlines wherever she goes. This comparison is particularly apt when considering Winfrey's influential endorsement of Barack Obama during the 2008 presidential election, a time when she enjoyed popularity levels akin to Swift's, accounting for those without a definitive opinion. One notable study suggested that Oprah Winfrey's endorsement helped secure about 1 million votes for Barack Obama during his primary battle with Hillary Clinton in 2008, a significant contribution that may have tipped the scales in Obama's favor in what was a closely contested nomination race. Given Winfrey's track record as a vote-getter for Obama, many Democrats are hopeful that Taylor Swift could wield similar influence in supporting Joe Biden. While Swift has endorsed Democrats in the past, she has yet to back Biden's 2024 bid. However, her previous efforts have been linked to over 30,000 new voter registrations in 2018, when she urged people to sign up to vote, a testament to her ability to mobilize her fan base for civic engagement. Interestingly, a majority of Americans, approximately 68%, approve of Swift's encouragement for people to vote in the 2024 election, as revealed by the Monmouth poll. Swift's outspoken support for liberal causes, coupled with her boyfriend NFL tight end Travis Kelce's advocacy for COVID-19 vaccinations, has drawn the ire of some Trump supporters. However, the leap from Swift's political affiliations to a covert government conspiracy is a stretch that most Americans are unwilling to entertain. Despite this, about 1 in 6 Americans, or 18%, reportedly believe in the conspiracy theory alleging a secret government plot to elevate Swift. While this figure may seem substantial, it's important to note that the vast majority of Americans, 73%, dismiss the notion as false. Such conspiracy theories often find traction along partisan lines, with a significant portion of Republicans, approximately 32%, subscribing to the belief in the Swift conspiracy. In contrast, only 6% of Democrats share this view, underscoring the partisan nature of such beliefs, akin to past conspiracies like the birther theory about Obama's birthplace. Nevertheless, Swift continues to enjoy widespread popularity among those who have an opinion of her. There hasn't been any significant backlash against her or those associated with her. In fact, Swift's influence extends beyond herself, as evidenced by the surge in popularity of her boyfriend's podcast and the NFL's record ratings for the recent Super Bowl, which saw significant growth among Swift's core demographic of 18 to 24-year-old women. In essence, any Republican who chooses to oppose Swift risks making a considerable misstep, given her substantial influence and popularity among a broad swath of the American population.